I'm a painter. Some people ask me. Some people say when asking somebody, they said, "Oh, I'm an artist," but I never say I'm an artist. I always say I'm a painter. So I don't know. I feel good about it. Like when I say I'm a painter, I could feel like Jackson Pollock. I could feel like Rothko. Like that. So that's why I always say I'm a painter. Well, I born in Bangladesh, and then I moved here 2001. The same year was 9/11, and 2001 to now I am in New York. So last 25 years. It's like kind of more than half of my life. Why I am still making painting this day? I think God sent me this purpose. Life, I think this is me, and rest of my life I want to live something this world even I am not here. From childhood, I used to do a little bit, but I am serious painter when I moved to New York. But before that, I used to go art school, art institute, like Dhaka University of back home, and my major was painting. But that time, I really don't know who I am, I don't know my music or my philosophy that much early days. Even though I was 18 years old that time. But when I move here, I visit museum, gallery, I used to have like weekly 3 job, and then I used to study same time, weekend job. My first job was like paint the house paint, So, and that time I used to paint house like wall, and I feel like this is my canvas, Then I used to live one room with me and my wife, and same room is my living room, bedroom, and my studio. It was very hard. Then one day it doesn't work, and then we moved to the city and we find Art Students League of New York, where Jackson Pollock, Rothko, Cy Tomley, Motherwell, Georgia O'Keeffe used to paint, Bernard Newman. So I paint many years there because I didn't have a studio that time. So now it's hard. I had a small studio, the same building in Brooklyn. This building is a warehouse building, and only thing I like the light, big window. So I have a small studio, and then this year I move into this studio, so I could little bit dreaming more, So I'm pushing myself. I think everything has a language, Art has a language, painting, music, poetry. So it is a good language. You have to understand or feel it, But I don't like when people too much understand the piece, I want like some viewer should be look into and searching themselves and their own philosophy. Even my philosophy is there too, but that's I feel. It doesn't have to be meaningful, or of course it has a meaning, but I want viewer should walk through with this journey, with my journey or their own journey, even they could walk through with the painting. Early days I used to paint more into poetic, more into like atmosphere, like lyrical, like soft painting. Nowadays more into gesture, like inside out, like powerful message or something something not right in the world, is coming to me in the painting somehow. Even though this brush stroke, even though those color is sometimes sweetness, sometimes angriness, everything, the energy, it's come to pieces like that. Of course, I have a goal, but after the goal, when I make a good piece of like art, like one big painting, that's make me more happy than goal. But I have a goal, I want to see somewhere, my work. I want to see somewhere in the museum, collection, or I'm growing little by little, but I want, even though I'm not here in this world, I want to my pieces go somewhere in big collection or big museum, or even my own museum, or own foundation, who could carry my legacy, next generation. I mean, I have everything acrylic, but that way I using, like sometime many, like different, like gel material, sometimes, black, like, white, like, but I'm mixing my own way, and when I using it, like, it's like I dancing, like, and like layer by layers, like I used to live when I was childhood. It was a house made by mud, so when the mud goes or the land, so I made the painting that way. When people do, like farmers or worker, they do in a farm. So the same way I painting like those. Look, this is also like you could feel the mud, you could feel the soil, you could feel the nature inside. So that's how I paint. Those. Early days I used to more painting like more softer, more like more lyrics, more like watercolor feel, more the surface, the sky, the mountain, or even the land. So you could more walk through, you could swim, and if you're tired, you could lay down on the painting. So most painting was more into softer, and materials. I used to do many mixed media or like oil early days, but nowadays I don't do oil because I don't have like passion, like I couldn't wait that long to surprise myself. I want to surprise myself like quickly, something happened quick and this happened, or sometimes it's not happening, 2 months nothing happening. Well, this is like when I used to live 1-bedroom apartment, I have lots of roll like this. So the landlord one day asking, do you guys have clothing business or what? So I say, no, I'm a painter. So those all are painting. Some of the larger pieces I know which one is there, but many of them I don't know what is inside. So when I open again, I searching for like one of the big painting or a small painting, and then surprise me. Oh, this I did. This one I did. So many of them are here inside all the painting roll up. Maybe this side. I paint prime canvas because the surface I want, it treat me good, because I don't use too much watery paint. I paint like thick raw, like mud, I take from the soil and I just put this, that way I paint. So even though without unprimed canvas is good, but the type of paint I use, the type of technique I use, I think prime canvas helped me more. I paint sometime. I don't have much time, when I came studio. So it's very hard to open the painting and put this another one, So I just, when it's done, I take photograph and I put another canvas on top, and it's prime. It doesn't, the way I treat the color, it doesn't go inside because it's already prime, double coat, and it's just sometimes, it's because of I don't have assistant, because of I don't have much time, and so I came and I jump on canvas, I don't have much time to open and prepare, and I couldn't wait that long. Stretch canvas is more support, when you paint, it's like push and pull more feelings, and on the wall, I feel little more flat. So I feel like even though wish I have a big stature bar, and somebody could make it for me, or and it would be help for me, or I wish I have a more bigger space, so I could have more bigger stature and I could paint on the stature. This book, the published by Md Gallery, my back home where I born, Dhaka, Bangladesh. So I had a solo show after 7 years, my back home, which is 2023. 2023. So they published this book, and they made up almost like 500 copies, and they distribute their collector lists, some museums, some bank, whoever they wants to, and they gave me some copies also, and also it has some article wrote by some noted people like Mariano del Rosario. He just passed away before he wrote this article for me, and he used to he teacher of the Art Student League of New York, and also mostly article like 4 or 5 of them, the more writer came from here. So this one Jonathan Hollander, he's one of the battery dance director, and so he also good writer. He wrote about, he's 60 or almost 70 years old, so he wrote about this my work about, and he also one of my good collector also. There is a article wrote by Ronnie Landfield, and Ronnie Landfield also, he was my instructor, Ronnie Landfield, when I was used to paint in Art Student League of New York. So he also wrote this article, and his painting also in collection in Museum of MoMA, Whitney, Met. So we became very good friend also. Yeah, and that's all about this book. That's all about this book. I focus on the still the abstraction, the gestural, the powerful movement, the lines, the poetry inside the work, and more into speaking out, like more into inside out, like that, and it's like kind of music also, so you could playful and energetic, and good message somehow, and give you breathe.